Hello, welcome to this week's Slam National Club Golfers Look Back on the Golfing Week. Right, first up, Rhein Gibson. What do you mean you haven't heard of him? He's won 3 times as a pro, including the Opens of Arkansas and Oklahoma, where his name is etched on the winners board alongside esteemed companies such as Matt VanCleave, Walcher and Willy Wood. You may even know Gibson from a 2012 round where he shot a 16 under 55, a feat which has earned him a Guinness World Record. I didn't actually know that, I just found that on his Wikipedia page, as I did with the Arkansas Open and all that stuff. Obviously I don't know who this guy is. But now it looks like he's going to be remembered for an incident that marred the end of the Web.com tour event in the Bahamas this week. Right, it's quite complicated, so I'll explain it in Tom layman's terms. Gibson punched his ball into a hazard and it came to rest under a couple of rocks. Him and his caddie, Brandon Davis, went to the ball, found out they couldn't play it. Davis picked up the ball, but the ball was ruled still in play because they hadn't declared it unplayable. As a result, Gibson was doctor shot, and his response was to take the head cover off of his putter and launch it at his caddie's chest. If you haven't seen the video, just scroll down a little bit. I'll put the video down here in the article. And also, Davis's response suggests that perhaps all is not as seems and it wasn't entirely the caddie's fault. I can understand why Gibson was annoyed. The docked shot was the difference between a tie for second and solo third. In money, $12,000. It's a big wad. But there's just absolutely no excuse for behaving that way. Gibson has since apologised on Twitter, but it's really hard to believe that he would have still done that had he not been called out for his frankly ridiculous behaviour. Whether he's apologised to Davis in person or not is another matter, but I'm not sure if he has, because Davis in his tweets, which again I'll put below, suggests that it wasn't a pleasant firing. Right, the real Tiger comeback starts here because, you know, he's playing in an actual event with an actual cut and players that are actually trying. Now, at the time of filming, Tiger is actually still a couple of hours away from teeing off at Torrey Pines, so here's just a couple of scenarios that may have happened. A solid round of 70 for Tiger Woods on Thursday, that should see him well. Tiger Woods shot 90 on Thursday and, well, the golf world blew up. Well, the Tyrannosaurus Rex swooping in and eating Tiger midway through his round was a surprise to many. And finally, how much do we love Tommy Fleetwood? Everyone loves him. Really nice chap. Just had a baby, just got married, and he can't stop winning. He won again last week in Abu Dhabi. And I really like this. Alex Noren snapped a photograph of Fleetwood in the Players Lounge in Abu Dhabi, and he was on the phone, and his phone cover was a rather retro photo of Ryder Cup captain Thomas Bjorn, a man who Fleetwood is almost certainly going to be playing under at Le Golf National in September. Right, what's good on nationalclubgolfer.com this week? Well, as usual, there's plenty for you to enjoy. This week's Niggle, the NCG team discuss what is new going in their bag this year. What's new going in your bag? Come over and tell us. There's also an interview with Danny Willett. And the pilot episode of NCG's Cartpool Karaoke. European Tour stars, as you've never seen them before. We start with Andy Sullivan, who is a big Take That fan. Andy joins NCG's resident karaoke enthusiast, Craig Middleton, on the cart. It's really good fun. Really recommend you go and watch that. To be honest with you, you've almost certainly already seen it. Right, that was this week's Slam. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.